if you're meeting the wrong people, or you're not meeting people at all, it is because you still have yourself closed off because of this situation. And they're saying, stop that.
The divine's time is fine, 'cause it has to be. It won't be late because it's mine. So tonight I'll be fine.
Hey there, Cancer. What's up? Mika here, the Traveling Tarot, back with some messages from Spirit in regards to what you may need to know in regards to your love life. Now, these messages are for my single Cancers who may be in a separation period from their person, or they are just kind of seeking somebody new. And yeah, we're going to see what information Spirit wants you to know about your current situation regarding your love life, okay? These are for Cancer placements or Cancer watchers, and they are general. So take them as they resonate. But if you see something resonates, take the ball and run with it, okay? What do you want Cancer to know about their current love situation? Ooh, that's a toughie, guys. That's kind of a toughie. We do have denial jumping out, okay? So there might be something that you are focused on in the love arena that you might need to take a step back and reflect on, so that you can see if you're looking at it from an honest perspective. It says failure to accept a situation or unhealthy cycles or addictions, okay? This definitely feels like you might be still attached to somebody, and it has been showing through in your love life. You may have not been dating at all, or have been dating and have been meeting the same type of people, okay? But it's coming from a place of right now you might be not seeing something clearly or looking at something with rose-colored eyes. Don't shoot the messenger. We do have success showing up at the bottom of the deck, though, okay? So it does say it is your time to shine, though, Cancer. You want to put yourself, it says success from what you pour your heart into. So you want to pour your heart into something that's real, okay? And so if you're in a place of denial about something, right now it's going to be an ask for you to get honest about it. Let's go ahead and pull one more Oracle card and see if we can get deeper information about this denial, because Cancer, you're on the precipice of a big change. Okay, and I know you feel it, but maybe things haven't changed that obviously. But they're saying right now, your failure to accept a situation or falling into the same back and forth energy with this person or these people is causing you from fully shining your light and seeing what's really out there for you, okay? So it feels like you're still attached to something or someone or a situation that happened, and it's keeping you from shining your light in the way that you need to. And you might even feel like people aren't even really noticing you, but it's only because you can't notice them noticing you if you're stuck in this unhealthy cycle or addiction, okay? Oh, I love this, and it's the perfect card to get because Cancer, they ain't ever lied with these words. It says, you can be proud of yourself. You've been so tough. Open your heart, even if you've been hurt in the past. Okay, it says, let others into your life and the love that belongs to you. They won't take anything from you. Yeah, that's why I say this denial is keeping you moving in a certain way or exuding a certain energy where you're either alone or lonely. Nothing wrong with that, but being alone and lonely are two different things. So if you're in a space of loneliness, it's because you're still stuck in this situation and you're having a hard time accepting that it's over, or that it didn't work out, or that they didn't feel the same way about you. Especially if it's a twin flame dynamic, because as an ex-chaser, believe me, I've been through it all, Cancer. That's what I'm saying. You're going to want to subscribe, because I'm telling you, some of the stuff that I've been through is going to make sense to what you're going through right now, and it's going to help bring you some clarity. Okay, so you're going to want to definitely subscribe. because I'm telling you, shit is real. As an ex-chaser, it took a long time for me to get to the ex-chaser part. Okay, and I met my twin, and it's even now I can feel that pull, but I've come to a different place of understanding about the twin flame dynamic, and so I'm no longer in denial about it. But it took years to get to a place where even seeing his name anywhere didn't cut me to my soul. Okay, but they're saying you have been so tough. Don't allow this situation anymore to keep you from experiencing the love that's yours. And most importantly, if this situation is it, you have to vibrate differently to get different. Otherwise, he or she is still going to be way out there doing their thing, probably. Maybe not. Maybe even still in some situation where they're in denial about how the situation turned out. Most importantly, you have to try to make them irrelevant, because you have been tough, but it's also closed you off to other relationships. And they're saying it has been your time to shine, Cancer, but you haven't been allowing yourself to shine or even pour your heart into something or someone because of this situation here. It is time to let go. And in fact, as soon as I pick this up, it says overcoming obstacles, gaining strength, getting back on your feet and gaining strength from difficult situations, and acceptance. But most importantly, it's time for you to stop dimming your light because of this situation. It's that you're blocking the potential people that are coming in for you because you're still stuck in this unhealthy cycle of some type of an addiction. Okay? Don't shoot the messenger. But the beautiful thing about it, Cancer, is we have the ability to change it once we're aware of what we're doing. So if you take the information and it's resonating with you, and you start to make the changes to open your heart up again, this dissipates and quickly, because it's almost like a slingshot. Even though you're in some state of resistance, everything is still moving forward. So as soon as you align with it, you get catapulted into that quantum reality. But it is going to require you to remove the pain and loss and trauma that is still probably stuck in your body, because spiritually, you might feel ready. But if you're still exuding anything that has to do with denial, failure to accept, or an unhealthy cycle or addiction, then that is what your body's exuding, that signal, and that would keep you closed off from the potential love that's there for you, and the real love, the deep love, the one that you want, the one that's going to make you feel loved, whether they say it or not. You're just going to know it. Okay? So just work right now on trying to accept this situation. Trying to accept, even if it's a separation, even if it's a very big heartache or heartbreak. The work for us right now, Cancer, is going to be to accept whatever it is right now, so that we can stop pushing against it and let it change, and then tap into something that we want to pour our heart into, because they're saying as soon as you redirect that focus from this unhealthy thing and put it into something that makes your heart sing and open it up again, you're going to have success. The success is already there. All you have to do is tune into it, and you don't do that by holding on to something too tightly or something that has been over. Okay? At the bottom of the deck says, do you see the birds? You guys are so cool, man. Do you see the birds? The sun is shining so beautifully. The storm is over. You can open your heart. You can open your heart, Cancer. This was showing up at the bottom of the deck. You can open your heart now, okay? Now spring is coming. Freedom. Did I not say in my most recent channeled video that I posted, you're in that period of gestation right when the seed is about to sprout or the butterfly is about to break through the cocoon. It may still feel very, very confining or like restraining, but you're in that period where you're just about to, and that's why you can feel it, but maybe something in your body is still exuding a signal that you have to accept or try to find a place of peace with, so that you can move into that success or break through that cocoon or become that tree or become that butterfly that can fly. Okay, it says, now spring is coming, freedom. You can be proud of yourself. This card literally says you can be proud of yourself. This is why I love this so much. Now spring is coming. Freedom. You can be proud of yourself. You have been so strong. You've been so tough. Now is the time to relax and allow yourself to go with the flow. Open your heart, even if you've been hurt in the past. This is what I'm saying, Cancer. I don't make this stuff up. Those two cards came out together. You saw me shuffle. You saw that card fly over there. The one at the bottom of the deck says damn near the same thing as this one. Right now, Cancer, work towards accepting that situation that comes to mind when we say you need to accept it. Okay, because you've been blocking yourself for a long time. You've built up sort of a harder exterior than you even really are, only because of that survival mode that we know so well, unfortunately. But they're saying things are changing now. Do you see the birds? The sun is shining so beautifully. The storm is over. I just want to pause there for a second so that you can really embody those words. It's over. The storm is over. You can release yourself from survival mode and move towards what you actually want. And whatever you're in denial about, work towards trying to accept it, okay? Because that, oh man, like I said, it's like a slingshot. You've been pulling it back for so long that when you get to a place of acceptance and it lets go, you're going to be catapulted forward. Okay, because again, it's not that people aren't noticing you, it's that you can't notice them noticing you if you're stuck in some type of situation that you're failing to accept. I pick up the Nine of Pentacles when I jump into the Pulp Tarot. But yeah, you're becoming self-sufficient. You're becoming more confident. You're becoming the star of your show, Cancer. You're becoming what you've been asking to become. But if you're stuck in this energy here, you're certainly not going to see it. You're not going to notice it. Both of these cards say, and I think even the finance reading that I did was all about focusing on the progress, because you've been so tough. You've been so strong. Now it is time to take the energy of ease, rest, emotional detachment, and honest reflection so that you can move towards your success. Okay? So let's get an area of focus for you. But yeah, I love that the Nine of Pentacles showed up, because that is so you, Cancer. Male or female, it doesn't really matter. You're stepping into your most confident, highest timeline. Okay? And that's what they want you to focus on instead of what you've lost. And I think, Cancer, this has been a running theme for us as we've been going through this state, the different states of releasing and becoming something new. We definitely have the Page of Swords showing up. Okay, so there's your focus here is on receiving some type of clarity about this situation. Okay? And remaining positive with the Sun card showing up. They're definitely saying work towards accepting this situation and receive the clarity that you need. In fact, in the Rider-Waite deck, the Page of Swords is looking to the left, but holding the sword to the right. And so When a figure is looking to the left, it can typically represent that they're looking towards the past. But with the page holding the sword to the right, they're using that information to bring clarity towards the future. And then he's got birds above his head, so he's receiving that clarity. This energy right here is you looking at the past, but not using that information to move forward with clarity, okay? And so that's the only piece that you're going to want to focus on right now. This denial is being stuck in the past. This denial is not taking what you've learned from the past and using it to move forward. And they're asking you to do that here. That's going to be your area of focus, Cancer, is use what happened here honestly, because it's all about honest reflection. We're not bringing bullshit into this new us. You can't vibrate in a non-bullshit state and keep bullshit about it. That's not how frequency works. Okay, it's science. But they're saying, take what happened in this situation and see if you can find some clarity that you can bring forward into your new experiences or into those people that are waiting to get to you once you open your heart back up and stop locking yourself off from the love that is yours and there for you. And finding a place of positivity. Most importantly, remaining positive. Remaining playful, positive, and looking towards the sun, okay? You've been tough. You don't have to stay in survival mode. And it's so crazy that literally the finance reading was about progress and not being in survival mode anymore. Okay? What might be the challenge for Cancer as they move towards accepting this situation and using whatever they need from that situation to move with clarity into their new? What do you want Cancer to know? What would be helpful for a challenge to be aware of? The challenge looks like it's going to be taking action. And, you know, we have it showing up as another sword's energy, Cancer. This is all about you still being stuck energetically in this situation. And it doesn't matter what you're saying. If you are not getting results, it is because you're still stuck energetically in a situation. What they're really saying here, and what's really standing out, even though the Knight of Swords represents quick action or taking action on your ideas, or even receiving some type of inspired action that you'll want to act on, they're saying you want to take this sword and cut out any type of unhealthy addictions, or cut your losses. Okay? What happened here brought you to who you are right now. So if nothing else, Cancer, feel into that and say, okay, I can try to show a place of appreciation because I love who I am now. I'm glad I don't still respond this way. I'm ready to open my heart. I'm ready to tune into the love that's around me and for me, and that is my birthright. Not only that, the love that I am. Because God is love. And we are God. But that's another video. Okay. So the challenge might be cutting your losses here, Cancer, because you're still in denial about something that happened that did hurt. It probably cut you in half because I'm telling you, as an ex-chaser, I love referring to myself as that because I did meet my twin flame. And it took me by storm. And I was literally knocked on my ass. It took me forever to move on from it. And it took forever for me to even forgive myself for feeling like I ruined it. But it's time to cut your losses there, Cancer. It changed me in such a way, which is why I know it was my twin flame, because nothing else or no one else has ever changed me like this. But it changed me in such a way that I now have the clarity that I need to either bring that situation back around which I'm not trying to. If it comes back around, that must mean that I'm aligned with it. But it also doesn't have to be him. I understand it from a perspective of that situation was not about him. It was about me. And a love like that had to show up so that I could truly hear it and make the change. That's what the twin flame dynamic is. And you might not be dealing with your twin. You might be, though, because that twin flame dynamic is, oh my God, I know it's you. And even now you still see things and signs and synchronicities about it, but I'm able to take them differently and not use them as this energy of, oh, we're going to be together forever. He's the only one for me, because that isn't it either. There are lots of soulmates. There's one twin. There's one person that's going to reflect back to you in a way that is going to bring you the clarity you need to move powerfully into who you truly are. And it'll come in different ways because you'll hear it differently depending on how you respond to love. But Cancer, I know me, and I know that all I've really wanted was real love, and not just romantic love. Love from friends, I want the reciprocated love that I give other people. And so Spirit had to send something that was that loud, that was that kind of love, that was almost uncontrollable, where I was just like, I don't even know why. We were never together. He was my audio engineer for an album I was working on several years ago. And after our second session, I woke up the next morning. Spirit was like, take a deeper look at that picture, the picture we took at our first session, and I don't know what happened. I looked at, I go, ooh, I gotta see some more pictures of this. Like, I kept kind of getting like different messages in my head. I gotta see more. So I go to Instagram to check out his profile to see more pictures, and there's a post that says, "You're my everything," or something, in a picture of a woman. That gut checked me. I thought, if all I want to do is fuck this guy, then why would I give a fuck about this post like this, to the point where my body, like, I felt like somebody punched me in the stomach, and I was devastated for a couple of weeks after seeing that post. That's how I know. I'm saying, and it was just something, and I loved him this intensely from that moment. It was an obsession at one point, because all I wanted was love, and I didn't realize, and it came in the night. I woke up one morning and I was in love with this person, to where I couldn't do anything else but just be like, how can I have this happen? And so what I'm telling you guys this is for, you understand that sometimes there's a person that comes into your life to do that for you. And another reason why I know it was my twin is because it was completely unexplainable. It just, one morning, this is what was happening, and it's been happening ever since, for like 4 or 5 years now. Okay? So, I spent a long time in this denial, and it was showing forth in my life. It completely shut me down, for not just because it's a trickle effect, not just for other potential partners and relationships, friendships, family dynamics, business dynamics, relationships in general. It's all in the same direction. So thank God I got to the point where I could see the sun shining again, and I could see the birds singing, and I could want to open myself back up to love again, or I could listen to music, my own music especially, without being fucking devastated. Okay, I'm just being real with you guys now. This channel is going to be all about real shit. So if you're ready for that, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because I'm hoping, my goal is to use this to help you understand what you're going through. Okay, because I'm not just talking at you, I'm here with you, Cancer. I'm a Cancer Sun Moon. Okay, so that failure to accept that situation showed up in so many other areas of my life that eventually I was willing to just say, okay, let me deal with this for what it really is. And that's what's happening right now. You're gonna have to you don't have to do anything. But you want to do some honest reflecting so that you can start looking to open your heart up again. If you're meeting the wrong people, or you're not meeting people at all, it is because you still have yourself closed off because of this situation. And they're saying, stop that. If you can. I'm here to help. So if I can help you, I want to help you. Okay, this is what this is all about. So we also have the Four of Cups showing up at the bottom of the deck. And I think, again, it's like I say, the challenge might be that you want this so bad, but you're so sick of how it's been turning out. You're just kind of bored with this whole situation, or even, I said that energy of denial comes in a lot of different forms. Okay, so but you might even be doing something excessively because you're in denial about the situation. Maybe something physically, maybe drinking too much, or eating too much, or fucking too much, whatever. You might be doing these things because it stems from what happened in this situation that's keeping you closed off. No more of that, Cancer. The sun is shining. You're getting ready to turn into the butterfly. You're already the butterfly. You're getting ready to break through the cocoon. They want you to see that. They want you to know that. And they want you to show gratitude for that. And unapologetically shine your light, because that's where the fun is. Okay? No more of this. No more of this. Alright? So let's see what the advice is. Let's see what advice they have for you, Cancer, as you work towards letting go of this situation. You got this. They're really telling me, you know what? They've been ready for this. So they're hearing you because they've been ready for this change. It's been a long time coming, and this is probably even some things you've been saying to yourself most recently, okay? How did the Nine of Pentacles show up? Didn't I say unapologetically? And it showed up at the bottom of the deck. This is the advice. The advice is step out there. You got the Six of Wands showing up about put yourself out there. Because this girl is hot. She getting ready to step out there. She got all of her gold records on the wall. Or her pentacles, her 9 pentacles on the wall. Get out there, Cancer. Put yourself out there. Open yourself up to more joy, more fun. Put on your dress, your shoes. Put on your hot outfit. Get your hair did. And be like, I'm here. Unapologetically. This is who I am. And if you rock with it, come on. If you don't, that's okay too. Because I'm not the only option. And you're not the only option either. Okay, so be more playful and have more fun with this, Cancer, because you're getting ready to receive some type of major recognition. Or like I say, your people are already noticing you. And once you start to tap into and turn that love towards yourself, you start to win. And they're telling you, put yourself out there. We had success. Show up with the Six of Wands. That's exactly what it represents. Get on out there, Cancer. Put on your hottest outfit. Do your hair. Make sure you got your breath right. And be like, yep, here I am. The dance floor, be out there doing it. I'm telling you, this confidence that they're asking you to tap into and exude is what's going to bring the partner. Not only is it going to dissipate this denial energy, but it is going to attract, because confidence is what's attractive. Okay? This other stuff we've been doing has been repelling, but we've also been in a place of healing. You're done with that now, Cancer. Okay? We're not healing anymore. We're now working towards embodying who we are now. And that comes with releasing unhealthy behaviors and addictions and attachments. Okay? So I love that we ended that reading on the Six of Wands. And it's so perfect, Cancer, because you are on this beautiful, like I said, you're on the precipice of this amazing, quiet awakening. Okay? And so you want to look at what you're exuding And let me ask you this, and you can even ask yourself this. You can put it. You can answer in the comments if you want to. Most importantly, ask yourself this: how does it feel when I think about this situation? Am I seeing any type of movement at all that's not making me feel like shit? That should bring things into perspective, especially if you're moving towards this queen of my life, king or queen of my life, victory, which is exactly what's coming into being for you, Cancer. When I pick that up, we have the Two of Swords. Okay, you've been avoiding people. You've been avoiding matters of the heart because of this. And even if you don't think that you've been intentionally doing it, even still holding on to this is some form of protection, because you're like, okay, I love this. I'm still so hung up on this, so you don't have to put yourself out there or risk being hurt again. Okay, they're definitely saying that. They want you to. They keep saying, put on your hottest outfit, turn up some Bruno Mars or somebody, or some whoever's hot that makes you feel cool. I don't know. I listen to older stuff, but that's why I pulled Bruno Mars. I don't even know if he's still hot, but he's amazingly talented. But put on your hottest playlist, put on your hottest outfit, and go have some fun. It's your time to shine, Cancer. Do it unapologetically. You are beautiful, you are genuine, you are authentic, and you are ready. Okay? They want you to know that you are ready for this, and I don't think I even have to say that, because I'm pretty sure with the energy that I'm picking up right now, you've been known that. Okay? So, thank you so much. I hope something did resonate. If it did, Cancer, please do join me by subscribing. Make sure that you do, get involved in the conversation. Get involved in the comments, and let me know how this plays out for you, or how, or your experience. Your Cancerian advice that could help some other people in the comments, or that maybe I could gain some insight from something that you've actually gone through. This channel is all about communication, communing, and ebbing and flowing and energy exchanging with each other, so that we can win, Cancer, because we're all, it might look a little different, but we're all going through the same formula, just put in different variables based on what we want and what we're focused on and what we believe and what we've lived. Okay? So if you're interested in booking a reading, everything is down in the description. Make sure that you do subscribe, because there's going to be a lot of other cool stuff, and I'm going to be coming on pretty regularly with some updates for you about your career, because I'm a Cancer Sun Moon, our career, our love life, where the energies are for us, and some cool, helpful tips that are going to help us move through this awakening with ease and joy, and let go of that survival mode. Because Cancer, that's our biggest lesson right now, is to turn off the survival mode and tune into ease. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and pull one self-love card, because the most important information you can get about love is how to do it to yourself. Because it starts there, and then the boundaries set themselves. Once you start realizing that you deserve, then you realize that what's happening in this situation, no. You're like, fuck you. Who do you think you are? Are you kidding me? I'm Cancer, baby. It's your loss. Period. Releasing expectations. And I love that so much, okay? And we do have meditate showing up at the bottom of the deck as well. Tune back in to your guides. Tune back into your intuition, and ask them. Help me, say, please do help me release this situation, because I really am ready to move on. I'm really ready to put myself out there. I'm really ready to meet the right people, or meet aligned people who are aligned with my purpose and who I am and what I want. I'm really ready for that. So please do, ask your angels. Ask your angels, and they're going to give you the clarity that you need. But you want to be sure that when you're doing that reflection, the Page of Swords, that you're not staying in that loop of what happened. Be like, okay, this happened. Ooh, at least I don't this anymore. Or, ooh, at least I know I don't want somebody like that who doesn't appreciate me. I don't want somebody like that who stands me up or doesn't show up to our dates or calls me and says he's coming or she's coming and they don't. Use that information because you're building this life right now, okay? And so it is also telling you to release expectations. Don't worry so much about the outcome. Tune in to this confident energy. Because you won't want to go out and say, okay, I'm going to go put on this dress so I can go out here and get this man. No, you don't want to do that. You're just going out because you like looking fly. You love to dance. You love hanging out with your girls or boys. And now you guys are exuding, hey, we don't care. We're just out here having a good time. That attracts more than me going out here and putting on my dress so I can meet me a man. Okay? But they also say definitely meditate. And honestly, if going to the club is not your thing or wherever, go wherever speaks to you. Go to church. That's where you want to meet somebody. Go to like-minded communities, people who like writing, people who like to cook. You fill in the blanks there. Like I said, the formula is the same, but the variables are us. We're the variable. We decide what goes in there to get the outcome, which we are now releasing to the universe. Okay? But most importantly, if you can find a meditation's great because one of the things that I really was hearing is it's an ask to be present as well. Because if you're too focused on the past and you're not able to get clarity from it, you're going to be now living in the past. And if you're too worried about how it's going to turn out, you're going to miss the cues that are leading you to the outcome. So they're saying just be present right now, and meditation's a great way to do it. Or again, dancing, going out and just enjoying your now moments as much as possible is going to help you release this denial energy and tune into the success. Because Cancer, what is happening for us right now is a very, very beautiful thing. And it is happening. You do have to allow it to happen, okay? So, thank you again for watching. I do hope something did resonate. Again, if you want to book a reading, everything's in the description. Please do comment if this does help you in some way. And yeah, let's keep this Cancerian energy flowing. Let's keep the vibes going. Let's keep them high. Let's have ourselves a good old time because it is time for us to step out unapologetically and to find the success in our authentic self. Okay? So, thank you again. I am Mika, the Traveling Tarot. I love you guys. Take care of each other, okay? Peace.
Oh,